Force yourself to achieve goals. Introduction. Imagine waking up each day with a fire in your belly and a drive so strong that nothing can stand in your way, can hinder your progress. No excuses, no delays. Simply take unwavering action toward your goals. You look at your goals and you see them within reach, not as distant fantasies, but as realities waiting to be claimed. It doesn't matter how big or small a step you take, every moment is an opportunity to move forward. But here's the truth. Those who wait will never achieve success. It doesn't just show up, and it doesn't even come to your door. Those who put in the effort are the ones who succeed. Force themselves to take the leap when fear tries to hold them back. Put pressure on themselves to overcome the doubts that cloud their judgment and force to act even when it makes you feel uneasy. It's easy to sit back, wishing and hoping for success to find you, but the real power lies in your ability to take charge, to rise above the obstacles, and make it happen. In this video, you're going to unlock the proven strategies for forcing yourself to take massive action, to stay focused, and to achieve your goals, no matter the challenges. It's time to stop waiting for the right time and start making it. You have everything it takes inside you. Are you ready to make it happen? Lesson 1: The power of relentless action. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't often boils down to a single, significant factor: action. Dreamers and doers, talkers and achievers are distinguished by their actions. It's easy to get caught up in what needs to be done and how to prepare for the perfect moment, or waiting for external circumstances to align in your favor. But the truth is, action is the key to turning your goals into reality. No action, nothing happens. No plan, no strategy, no intention will amount to anything if it isn't followed by concrete steps toward execution. Consistent action is the engine that powers success. Every day you take action, even if it's just a small step, you're building momentum. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. It may appear insignificant at first, but it eventually gains more energy with each turn. Every day's little things add up over time to make real, lasting change. Don't focus on the huge mountain ahead. Focus on the next step, the next action you can take. The key here is consistency. It's not about waiting for the right time or for motivation to strike. Waiting for the perfect moment will only delay your progress. There is no perfect moment. The right time will always be in the future. It's never in the present. Take action right now, no matter how small. Whether it's sending that email, making that phone call, or writing that first page, each action gets you closer to your goal. It's crucial to force yourself to take that first step. The hardest part is often getting started, but once you do, you'll find that momentum builds. The more you act, the more you'll see how far you've come. Remember, success is not about taking huge leaps all at once. It's about taking consistent, purposeful steps every single day. The secret to success is simple. If you stop moving, you lose momentum. Even on the tough days when things feel overwhelming, remind yourself to keep pushing forward. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for things to feel right. Relentless action, fueled by determination and purpose, is what will carry you from where you are now to where you want to be. The difference between where you are and where you want to go is simply taking action. And the sooner you start, the sooner you'll see results. Your success starts with relentless action. Lesson 2: Overcoming the voice of doubt. Every person who has ever achieved anything meaningful has faced doubt at some point. What is a natural part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to control you. The voice of doubt is that inner critic that questions your abilities, your potential, and your worth. It's the voice that says you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or this isn't going to work. But the most successful people are the ones who learn how to overcome that voice and continue moving forward. The first thing to understand about doubt is that it's not a reflection of your reality. It's simply a mental barrier. Doubt is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. It thrives when we allow it to stay unchecked in our minds. But the moment you acknowledge that doubt is a natural response to stepping out of your comfort zone, you can choose not to listen to it. Doubt isn't something to be feared, it's something to be managed. The key to overcoming doubt is changing your relationship with it. Instead of seeing doubt as a reason to stop, view it as a sign that you're on the right path. Doubt often arises when you're about to step into new territory, when you're about to take your life to the next level. This is your mind's way of trying to protect you from the discomfort of change. That growth can't happen without discomfort. It's part of the process. So when doubt creeps in, remind yourself that it's simply part of your growth journey. One powerful way to overcome doubt is by shifting your focus from what could go wrong to what could go right. Rather than asking yourself, what if I fail? Logically ask, what if I succeed? Think about how much you can accomplish if you continue moving forward despite the doubt. Visualize your success. See yourself achieving your goals, feeling the pride of accomplishment, and experiencing the rewards of your hard work. This shift in mindset helps to quiet the voice of doubt and replace it with a sense of possibility. Another technique is to take action in spite of the doubt. The more you act, the less power doubt has over you. Every time you take action in the face of fear, doubt, or uncertainty, you prove to yourself that you are capable, strong, and resilient. This builds confidence, and the more confidence you have, the less doubt you will experience. You must also surround yourself with positive influences that support your goals. When you're constantly bombarded with negativity, doubt becomes louder and more persistent. But when you surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who have walked similar paths before, their positivity becomes a powerful antidote to the voice of doubt. Let the support of others lift you up when your own belief falters. Practice self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you're facing doubt, but that only amplifies the negative self-talk. Recognize that everyone experiences doubt, and that it's okay to feel uncertain at times. What matters is how you respond to it. Rather than letting doubt derail you, choose to move forward anyway. The voice of doubt will always be there, but the more you choose action, the quieter it becomes. Remember, doubt is a momentary feeling, not a permanent state. The more you take action and push through, the less power it has over you. Overcoming doubt isn't about eliminating it entirely. It's about learning how to move forward despite it. You are capable of achieving your goals, and the voice of doubt is just a temporary obstacle that can be conquered with action, belief, and perseverance. So, the next time doubt comes knocking, don't let it stop you. Instead, use it as fuel to keep going and prove to yourself just how strong you really are. Lesson 3. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. We've all been there, waiting for the perfect moment to start something important. We think we need the right circumstances, the perfect timing, or the ideal mindset to take the first step toward our goals. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. The idea that the stars will align and everything will fall into place is a trap that keeps us stuck. If you keep waiting for everything to be perfect, you'll end up waiting forever. The perfect time is now. The truth is, the key to success lies in taking action, even when the conditions aren't ideal. No matter what your goal is, whether it's starting a business, writing a book, getting in shape, or pursuing a new career, there will never be a perfect moment. Life will always have its challenges. There will always be obstacles, distractions, and uncertainties. The question is, how long are you going to let these external circumstances dictate your actions? How long will you wait to pursue your dreams just because things aren't perfectly aligned? Think of the most successful people in the world. Did they wait for everything to be perfect? No, they took action when things were messy, uncertain, and unpredictable. They pushed forward despite the fear of imperfection, and that's why they succeeded. They didn't wait for the perfect moment because they understood that progress is made by moving, not by waiting. If you're always waiting for things to fall into place, you'll miss out on countless opportunities. The key to creating success is not perfection, it's progression. Every step you take, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goal. The perfect moment doesn't exist, but the moment you choose to take action is the moment everything begins to change. You have to make the decision to start, even when you don't feel ready. You may be thinking, what if I start and fail? It's a valid concern, but here's the reality. Failure is not the opposite of success. Every successful person has failed at some point. Failure isn't something to fear. It's a learning experience. It's proof that you're trying, that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and the more you fail, the more you learn and grow. So instead of waiting for everything to be perfect, embrace failure as a stepping stone towards success. Each mistake brings you closer to your breakthrough. Fearing for the perfect moment is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of not being good enough. But fear will always be a part of the journey. The key is not to let it stop you. The more you wait, the more fear grows in your mind and the harder it becomes to take action. But once you start, the fear becomes manageable. One diminishes fear because it shifts your focus from uncertainty to progress. The reality is perfectionism is a form of procrastination. It's the excuse we give ourselves to delay action. We want everything to be just right, but in doing so, we prevent ourselves from moving forward. Waiting for the perfect moment doesn't get you closer to your goal. It just keeps you stuck in the same place. The secret is to embrace imperfection and start moving, even if it feels uncomfortable. The first step is always the hardest, but it's also the most important. Imagine if you had started pursuing your dreams a year ago or 5 years ago. Where would you be today? The reality is, you will never know until you take that first step. Waiting only creates more regret. It looked back on your life and wonder, what if? Take action now. It's okay if things aren't perfect. In fact, it's better that way because it means you're growing and learning as you go. Perfection is overrated. Progress is what matters. So stop waiting for everything to fall into place. The perfect time is now. It's time to act, even if you don't feel fully prepared. Take that first step. You don't need to have everything figured out from the start. What matters is that you start, and along the way you will learn, adapt, and grow. The perfect moment is a myth. What's real is the action you take today to move closer to your goals. Start now because the only perfect time is the one you create by taking action. Number 4. Build habits that drive success. Success is not just about talent, intelligence, or luck. It's about the habits you build, the daily actions you take that shape your life over time. While goals are important, it's the small habits that you cultivate day after day that ultimately lead to long-lasting success. If you want to achieve your dreams, you must understand that success isn't an event, it's a process, and that process is fueled by the habits you create. The first thing to recognize is that your habits shape your identity. The person you're today is a reflection of the habits you've built over time. If you wake up every morning and spend your days scrolling through social media, procrastinating, or avoiding work, that becomes a routine, and over time it becomes who you are. But the good news is you have the power to change your habits, and by doing so, change your life. It all starts with the small choices you make each day. Habits are the compound interest of personal development. The more consistent you are, the more you build on each day's progress. Every small habit you develop, even if it seems insignificant, contributes to the bigger picture of your success. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, reading, or planning your day, the more you incorporate positive habits into your routine, the more momentum you create. The key is consistency. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Small, consistent actions will lead to big results over time. The next important factor is understanding that habits are not formed by willpower alone. While motivation can get you started, it's habits that keep you going. Willpower is fleeting. Some days you'll feel motivated, and other days you won't. But if you have solid habits in place, you don't need to rely on motivation to do the work. Habits take the guesswork out of your success. Once they become ingrained in your routine, they almost become automatic, requiring little effort to maintain. That's when the magic happens. When success becomes inevitable because your habits are driving you forward. One powerful way to start building success-driving habits is by starting small. Trying to overhaul your entire life in one go can be overwhelming and counterproductive. Instead, start with one habit that aligns with your goals and focus on making it a consistent part of your daily routine. For example, if you want to be healthier, start by committing to exercise for just 10 minutes a day. Once that becomes a habit, gradually increase it. The key is to start with small, manageable steps that you can build upon over time. Another effective strategy is to track your progress. Tracking your habits helps you stay accountable and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you see the progress you've made. This can be as simple as crossing off each day you successfully complete a habit or writing down your goals and checking them off as you achieve them. Seeing your progress visually reinforces the positive behavior and motivates you to keep going. When you can look back and see how far you've come, it boosts your confidence and strengthens your commitment to your habits. Environment plays a huge role in habit formation. If your environment doesn't support your goals, it can be difficult to stay consistent. For example, if your goal is to read more, but you never have a book nearby or you're constantly surrounded by distractions, it will be much harder to form the habit. On the other hand, if you create an environment that supports your goals, the process becomes much easier. Place books in places where you spend time. Set reminders to stay on track and surround yourself with people who encourage your growth. Your environment should be a reflection of the habits you want to cultivate. To build habits that drive success, you also need to embrace a mindset of self-discipline. While it may be tempting to skip your daily habit when life gets busy or when you don't feel like it, you have to remind yourself that self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's not always about feeling motivated. It's about doing the work regardless of how you feel. Success is about showing up consistently, even on the days when it feels difficult or inconvenient. The power of habits cannot be underestimated. Your daily actions determine your future. If you consistently make small, positive changes, you'll see big results. But if you neglect your habits and continue down a path of inaction, you'll find yourself stuck in the same place. Start today by taking one small action that aligns with your goals, and over time, that action will turn into a habit that propels you forward. Building the right habits is the key to making your dreams a reality, and the more you commit to them, the more inevitable your success becomes. Success is not a one-time event. It's a result of the habits you build every day. So start today, build one small habit, and watch how it changes your life. Keep stacking these habits one on top of the other, and eventually you'll look back and realize that your success wasn't accidental. Lesson 5. Stay focused, even when it's tough. Staying focused is one of the most crucial elements of achieving success, but it's also one of the most difficult. Life is full of distractions: work, family obligations, social media, the endless pull of entertainment, and it can feel like there's always something competing for your attention. But if you want to achieve your goals, you must learn how to maintain your focus, even when it feels tough, even when the odds are stacked against you, and even when the journey feels long and tiring. This is the ability to direct your energy and attention on the things that matter most. It's the skill of blocking out distractions and dedicating your time to tasks that move you closer to your goals. The problem isn't that you don't have the potential to succeed, it's that you often allow distractions to steal your time and energy, and time is your most precious resource. Once it's gone, you can't get back. That's why mastering focus is critical if you want to reach your highest potential. One of the reasons focus becomes so challenging is that we live in a world of constant distraction. The average person checks their phone over 100 times a day, and in today's digital age, we are constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, and alerts. It's easy to get lost in the noise and forget what we were supposed to be doing in the first place, but true success doesn't happen by splitting your attention. It happens when you can concentrate on the task at hand and give it your full attention. To stay focused, you must learn to prioritize what truly matters. It's easy to get caught up in urgent tasks that seem important at the moment, but aren't aligned with your long-term goals. These are the tasks that consume your time and leave you feeling exhausted, but don't move you forward. The key is to focus on the things that align with your goals, things that move you closer to where you want to be. Don't let the noise of the world dictate your agenda. Take control of your time and focus on what will bring you closer to your dream. Discipline is an essential part of staying focused. It's about choosing your long-term goals over short-term pleasures. When the world tempts you to procrastinate or take shortcuts, discipline forces you to keep moving forward even when you don't feel like it. You may not always feel motivated to work on your goals, but it's during these times that discipline becomes your best ally. It's not about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about doing the work even when it feels tough. The most successful people are those who can stay focused when times get hard. When things are going smoothly, it's easy to stay motivated and focused. But when challenges arise, when obstacles stand in your way, that's when true focus is tested. During tough times, it's easy to become overwhelmed, distracted, or disheartened. But this is when you must dig deep and remain committed. The challenges are there to teach you, to test your resolve, and to help you grow. The ability to stay focused during difficult times is what ultimately sets successful people apart from those who give up. One powerful strategy to stay focused is breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. When faced with a huge goal, it can feel overwhelming and your mind may start to wander because of the sheer size of the task. But if you break it down into bite-sized pieces, it becomes easier to focus on one small step at a time. The key is to focus on the immediate task at hand rather than being consumed by the entire project. Whether it's writing a book, launching a business, or getting in shape, if you can focus on one small action each day, you'll make incredible progress without feeling overwhelmed. Mindfulness and mental clarity are also crucial for staying focused. When your mind is cluttered with worries, stress, or doubts, it's nearly impossible to concentrate on the task in front of you. That's why cultivating a clear, calm mind is essential for maintaining focus. Practicing mindfulness, meditation, or even simple breathing exercises can help you clear your mind and get back to what matters. Making a few minutes each day to center yourself will increase your ability to focus and be productive. Another tip is to eliminate distractions before you begin working. If you know that checking your phone or scrolling through social media will derail your focus, then set boundaries around these distractions. You don't need to be constantly connected to the world. Set specific times to check emails, messages, and social media, and outside of that, focus fully on your work. Creating a distraction-free environment allows you to immerse yourself fully in the task at hand, boosting your productivity and effectiveness. Staying focused, even when it's tough, requires resilience. You need to build emotional resilience, which is the ability to remain steady and focused, even when external circumstances are difficult. Life will throw challenges your way, and things will not always go as planned. But resilience allows you to stay committed to your goals no matter what happens. The path to success is not a straight line. It's filled with bumps, detours, and setbacks. But if you can maintain focus and keep pushing forward, you will eventually reach your destination. Creating focus is about choosing your goals every single day. It's about saying no to distractions, staying disciplined, and remembering why you started in the first place. When you can focus on what truly matters, you'll accomplish things you never thought possible. Even when the journey feels tough, when you feel like giving up, remember that focus is the key to unlocking your potential. Your ability to stay focused, even in difficult times, will determine how far you go in life. So stay focused, keep your eyes on the prize, and keep pushing forward. Success is within reach. Lesson 6: Embrace discomfort and grow. Growth and comfort can never coexist. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone and embrace discomfort. The reality is that comfort zones are the biggest barriers to success. We tend to resist discomfort because it feels unsafe, unfamiliar, and uncertain. But it's important to understand that discomfort is not something to avoid, it's something to lean into. Growth happens at the edges of your comfort zone, and if you want to push yourself to new heights, you must be willing to experience the discomfort that comes with it. The reason most people avoid discomfort is because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of making mistakes, or fear of the unknown. But fear is a natural response to the unknown. When we face discomfort, our brain sends signals to keep us safe, to preserve the status quo. But true growth only happens when you push past that fear. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone, but if you stay there, you'll never see the full extent of your potential. You have to be willing to feel uncomfortable to grow into the person you're meant to be. The more discomfort you embrace, the more resilient you become. Think about any area in life where you've seen significant progress, whether it's in your career, personal development, or physical health. What do they all have in common? They all require a willingness to push through discomfort. Whether it's the discomfort of learning something new, taking risks, or enduring physical pain during exercise, discomfort is part of the process. The discomfort you feel is a sign that you're growing, that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Discomfort challenges you to be more than what you're today. It forces you to be creative, resourceful, and courageous. When you're in the thick of it, when you're struggling and questioning your ability, that's when you have the opportunity to develop mental toughness and resilience. This is where the real transformation occurs, in the moments when you decide to keep going despite the discomfort, when you choose to push forward even when it feels easier to quit. Let's think about physical discomfort. For example, whether you're training for a marathon, lifting weights, or just trying to get in better shape, your body will experience discomfort. But that discomfort is necessary for physical growth. When you push your muscles beyond their normal capacity, they tear and rebuild, becoming stronger and more capable. Similarly, mental growth comes from pushing your mind beyond its limits. When you challenge yourself with new projects, ideas, or opportunities, your mind grows stronger, more adaptable, and more capable of handling bigger challenges in the future. Embracing discomfort also means facing your fears head-on. We all have fears, whether it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of judgment. But you'll never grow if you let those fears control you. Fear keeps you small and limits your potential. But when you face those fears and take action anyway, you learn that fear is often just a product of the mind. It's not as real or powerful as you think. Every time you confront fear, you weaken its hold on you and build courage in its place. Fear is only a temporary emotion. Growth, on the other hand, lasts forever. One of the most significant ways to embrace discomfort is through delayed gratification. In today's world, it's easy to seek immediate rewards and avoid anything that feels hard or challenging. However, success often requires you to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gains. This could mean waking up early to work on your goals when you'd rather sleep in, or spending hours developing a skill instead of binge-watching TV shows. The discomfort of doing things that aren't immediately gratifying leads to success that is lasting and meaningful. Delayed gratification is the key to building a life that is not only successful but deeply fulfilling. As you begin to embrace discomfort, you'll notice that what once seemed challenging will become easier. Over time, your capacity for discomfort expands. What once felt impossible will start to feel more like a challenge you're equipped to tackle. Your confidence grows as you realize that you can handle discomfort and even thrive in it. The more you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, the less power discomfort has over you. When you stop avoiding discomfort, you become unshakable. You develop a mindset that understands that obstacles and challenges are part of the journey. Instead of being discouraged by difficulties, you learn to see them as opportunities to grow. The more you embrace discomfort, the stronger you become mentally, emotionally, and physically. You'll find that discomfort doesn't break you. It's essential to reframe discomfort. Instead of seeing it as something negative or to be feared, see it as a sign of progress. When you're uncomfortable, you're challenging yourself, you're evolving, and you're moving closer to your goals. Discomfort is the gateway to your transformation. Without it, you can't reach new levels of success or growth. So when discomfort shows up, instead of avoiding it, embrace it as the signal that you're moving in the right direction. The more you embrace it, the more you'll grow, and the greater your success will be. The key to success is your willingness to do the hard things, the things that push you out of your comfort zone. Success isn't found in ease, it's found in the challenge. And the moment you choose to embrace discomfort is the moment you take control of your future. Your ability to face discomfort will determine the heights you can reach, so make it a practice to seek it out, welcome it, and let it guide you to your greatest achievements. Lesson 7. Celebrate the small wins in the journey toward achieving your biggest goals. It's easy to focus on the grand vision of success, the finish line, the end result, the ultimate achievement. But if you only focus on the end goal, you might miss one of the most important components of success, the small wins along the way. Celebrating the small wins is a powerful practice that not only boosts your motivation, but also keeps you aligned with your bigger goals. We often get so fixated on the big picture that we overlook the small victories that happen every day. Whether it's getting through a challenging task, overcoming a fear, or sticking to your new routine, every small step is a success in itself. These small wins are like the building blocks of a successful life. They don't just mark progress, they fuel your growth and keep you going even when the path seems long and difficult. Celebrating the small wins creates momentum. When you acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they seem, you're reinforcing the positive behaviors and actions that are moving you closer to your goal. It's like priming a pump. At first you may not see results, but the more you keep going, the more water or success starts to flow. By celebrating each small victory, you create a cycle of positivity that propels you forward. Each win, no matter how minor, adds to your momentum, making it easier to keep going. Make your achievements so you can continue moving toward bigger accomplishments. Another important reason to celebrate small wins is that it boosts your confidence. Every time you achieve something, no matter how small, it reinforces the belief that you are capable, that you are making progress, and that you are on the right track. Success, especially big success, can feel intimidating and overwhelming. But by recognizing the small wins, you give yourself permission to feel good about the progress you've made. Each small win is a reminder of your capability and potential. These celebrations not only build confidence, but also strengthen your belief in yourself and your ability to achieve the bigger goals ahead. Celebrating small wins also helps to build resilience. Success isn't a straight path. It's filled with setbacks, challenges, and obstacles. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to get discouraged and lose sight of your progress. By celebrating the small wins, you remind yourself of the progress you've already made, no matter how small it seems. This acts as a powerful antidote to the negative emotions that arise when things go wrong. Even when facing obstacles, you'll be able to look back at all the small wins you've had along the way and use them as proof that you're capable of overcoming challenges. In addition, celebrating small wins encourages you to focus on the present. It's easy to get so caught up in the pursuit of the end goal that we forget to appreciate the journey. Celebrating small wins forces you to stay connected to the process. It shifts your focus from the end result to the progress you're making right now. Instead of always looking to the future and feeling frustrated by how far you still have to go, you'll start to see that each step you take is an accomplishment in itself. Focusing on the present helps you stay grounded and motivated, making the journey more enjoyable and fulfilling. Let's not forget that celebrating small wins also creates a sense of accomplishment and satisfaction. In our fast-paced world, we're often moving from one task to another, barely taking the time to pause and reflect. But taking the time to acknowledge a small win gives you a sense of fulfillment. It's a reminder that success doesn't only lie in the final destination, it's found in the little moments along the way. You've earned the right to feel proud of the effort you've put in. Celebrating these small victories reinforces your commitment to the journey, making each day feel more rewarding. It's essential to recognize that celebrating small wins doesn't mean becoming complacent or losing sight of the bigger goal. It's not about getting comfortable and thinking that small progress is enough. Instead, celebrating small wins is about building confidence, maintaining motivation, and reinforcing the habits that will help you achieve your long-term goals. It's about acknowledging how far you've come, while staying focused on how far you still want to go. So how can you celebrate your small wins? It doesn't have to be anything elaborate or extravagant. The celebration can be as simple as giving yourself a pat on the back, having a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished, or sharing your success with a friend or family member. You could treat yourself to something special, like a favorite snack or a relaxing activity, as a way to honor your progress. The important thing is to take a moment to truly recognize and appreciate what you've achieved. Celebrating small wins is a reminder that you are moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. The key to success isn't just about reaching the finish line, it's about the journey and the small victories you accumulate along the way. Every step counts, and every small win is a step closer to your bigger goal. So don't wait for the big win to feel proud. Celebrate the small wins every day, and you'll find that the path to success becomes much more enjoyable, rewarding, and achievable. As you continue on your journey, make it a habit to recognize and celebrate each win, no matter how minor. These small wins will give you the strength, resilience, and confidence to keep going, to push past obstacles, and to ultimately reach the success you're striving for. Because when you celebrate the small wins, you're not just moving forward, you're laying the foundation for the big wins ahead. Lesson 8: The power of patience and persistence in a world that thrives on instant gratification and quick results. One of the most underrated yet powerful traits you can cultivate is patience. Patience is not about passivity or waiting for something to happen without action. It's about remaining steadfast in your pursuit, trusting the process, and understanding that great achievements take time. Patience is the quiet strength that enables you to keep moving forward, even when things aren't going as quickly or smoothly as you'd like. It's the companion of persistence, and together they form the foundation for lasting success. Patience is not a passive virtue, it's an active choice. It's about choosing to stay committed to your goals, even when the results don't appear immediately. In today's fast-paced world, we often want everything to happen right now, but real progress takes time. Whether it's growing a business, building healthy habits, or mastering a new skill, the truth is that results rarely happen overnight. Success requires consistent effort over a long period of time, and that's where patience comes in. Patience allows you to weather the ups and downs, stay grounded when things get tough, and trust that your hard work will pay off eventually. One of the reasons that patience is so powerful is that it helps you overcome the temptation to quit too soon. Often, we can't see the progress we're making on a day-to-day basis, and that's when doubt can creep in. You might feel like you're putting in so much effort, but the results are not showing up fast enough. In these moments, it's easy to give up or abandon your goal. But patience helps you keep going, even when the rewards seem far off. By staying patient, you give yourself the space to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like your progress is slow. The truth is, success is a journey, not a destination, and staying patient allows you to enjoy the process even as you work toward your ultimate goal. Persistence is the other half of this equation. While patience helps you endure the waiting period and manage your expectations, persistence ensures that you continue to take consistent action toward your goals. Persistence is the ability to keep going no matter the obstacles. It's about not letting setbacks, challenges, or failures stop you from moving forward. When things get difficult, persistence says, "I'm going to keep going." It's this mindset that turns dreams into reality. Persistence means staying committed to your goal even when it feels like progress is invisible. It means not being discouraged by delays or temporary setbacks. Successful people aren't necessarily the most talented or the smartest. They're the ones who simply didn't quit. In the face of adversity, persistence keeps you moving forward no matter what challenges you face. It gives you the courage to push past failure and keep going until you reach your desired outcome. Patience and persistence go hand in hand. One without the other can be detrimental. If you have patience without persistence, you might wait around for something to happen without taking the necessary action. On the other hand, if you have persistence without patience, you may burn yourself out, forcing progress too quickly and ultimately losing the long-term vision. Together, patience and persistence create a powerful combination that will propel you toward your goals. Patience allows you to trust the process, and persistence ensures you're always moving forward. The importance of persistence can be seen in almost every success story. Whether it's famous entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs, athletes like Michael Jordan, or artists like J.K. Rowling, the one thing they all have in common is their ability to persist through adversity. They faced countless setbacks and failures, but they kept going, kept learning, and kept improving. This is rarely a straight line. It's a winding road full of challenges, but persistence helps you push through the tough times and keep your eyes on the prize. They didn't let failure define them. They used failure as a learning opportunity, as a stepping stone to grow. It's important to understand that patience doesn't mean sitting idly and waiting for results. Rather, it means understanding that progress is often slow and gradual, but that doesn't mean it's not happening. In the process of growth, things may not always go as planned, and you may face delays or obstacles along the way. Patience teaches you how to remain calm, stay focused, and continue to do the work, trusting that over time your efforts will bear fruit. This means you're not letting the setbacks stop you. It's about taking consistent action despite the challenges and knowing that if you stay the course, you will ultimately succeed. Think about how nature exemplifies patience and persistence. The growth of a tree, for example, takes years and years of small, unseen progress. The tree doesn't grow overnight. It's a slow, steady process of reaching for the sun, weathering storms, and growing stronger over time. Similarly, the best things in life take time. You're planting seeds now that will take time to grow into something magnificent. But the key is to continue watering those seeds with persistent effort and patience. Patience and persistence also build resilience. Every time you face a challenge and continue to push forward, you become more resilient. Resilience means that you bounce back from setbacks and continue to move forward. It's the emotional strength you develop when you don't give up, when you keep going, even when things aren't going your way. As you build resilience, you become more adaptable, more confident in your ability to handle adversity, and more determined to see your goals through. Your road to success is long, but it's worth it. When you cultivate both patience and persistence, you understand that success is not a destination. There will be challenges, there will be times when you feel like giving up. But if you have patience and persistence, you'll continue to move forward, knowing that each day brings you closer to your dreams. So, embrace patience and persistence as your allies. Trust that progress is happening even when you can't see it, and keep taking consistent action toward your goals. With patience, you'll endure the waiting periods and trust the process, and with persistence, you'll keep moving forward no matter the setbacks. These two qualities together will carry you to success. Keep your vision in mind, stay patient with the process, and be persistent in your pursuit. You'll look back one day and realize that every effort, every challenge, and every small step along the way led to your ultimate success. Lesson 9: The importance of self-reflection. Learn from your journey. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth and success. It allows you to step back from the daily grind, look at where you are, and assess how far you've come. Reflecting on your journey helps you understand your actions, thoughts, and behaviors, allowing you to make necessary adjustments and continue evolving. Without self-reflection, you risk repeating the same mistakes and staying stuck in old patterns, limiting your growth potential. Self-reflection is not just about evaluating your past, it's about learning from it. Often, we get so focused on our future goals that we forget to pause and look back at our progress. We don't give ourselves enough credit for how far we've come or take the time to understand the lessons we've learned along the way. By taking time to reflect, you gain clarity on what's working, what's not, and how you can adjust your approach moving forward. This process is crucial for personal development because it allows you to break through the cycle of trial and error and start making smarter decisions. When you reflect on your journey, it's essential to ask the right questions. What are the recurring challenges I've faced? What can I learn from them? These questions help you gain valuable insights into your behavior, habits, and mindset. For example, if you're struggling with a particular goal, a period of self-reflection can help you understand whether the issue is a lack of discipline, poor time management, or perhaps not setting realistic expectations. By identifying the root cause of your struggles, you can take targeted action to improve. One of the most important aspects of self-reflection is recognizing your successes, even the small ones. It's easy to focus on what you haven't achieved yet, or on the failures you've encountered. But without celebrating the small wins and acknowledging the progress you've made, you lose sight of how far you've come. Self-reflection gives you the chance to celebrate your victories, no matter how minor they seem. This helps build momentum and boost your confidence to keep moving forward. Recognizing what's working right is just as important as understanding what needs improvement. Reflection is also a powerful tool for learning from mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable on the journey to success, but they don't have to be setbacks. The key is to learn from them. When something goes wrong, it's easy to feel discouraged or frustrated, but self-reflection helps you view mistakes as opportunities for growth. Instead of berating yourself for making a mistake, ask, what can I learn from this? Every failure or misstep has valuable lessons to offer, and the faster you learn from them, the quicker you'll progress. This mindset shift from viewing mistakes as failures to seeing them as learning opportunities allows you to bounce back stronger and more knowledgeable. Self-reflection also helps you clarify your values and priorities. Sometimes, as we work toward our goals, we can lose sight of why we started in the first place. We might get caught up in external achievements or the opinions of others, forgetting the core values that drive us. Reflecting on your journey brings you back to your why, the underlying motivations that fuel your ambition. By aligning your actions with your values, you stay authentic to yourself and create a more fulfilling path towards success. For example, if one of your core values is personal growth, reflecting on how each step you take aligns with this value can help you stay grounded and focused. To reflect effectively, it's important to create space for quiet and uninterrupted time. In our busy lives, it's easy to let self-reflection fall by the wayside. We are constantly moving, working, and achieving, but without stopping to reflect, we miss opportunities for deeper understanding. Set aside time regularly to reflect on your progress, whether it's through journaling, meditating, or simply sitting in silence. This practice helps you cultivate awareness and mindfulness, allowing you to make more intentional decisions in your life and career. Even a few minutes of focused reflection can provide clarity and insight. Self-reflection isn't just about looking back, it's also about planning for the future. Once you have a clear understanding of your progress, your lessons learned, and your values, you can use this insight to plan your next steps. Reflection is an essential tool for future growth because it provides the clarity you need to make informed decisions. When you know what has worked in the past, what challenges you've overcome, and where you still need to improve, you're better equipped to move forward with purpose and confidence. Self-reflection strengthens resilience by helping you process setbacks. Life is full of obstacles, but it's how you respond to those obstacles that determines your future success. By reflecting on past challenges, you gain perspective on how you handled them and what strategies help you overcome them. This reflection builds emotional resilience, giving you the tools to face future challenges with greater ease. When setbacks occur, you'll know you survived difficult situations before, and that knowledge will empower you to keep going. Another key aspect of self-reflection is creating a vision for the future. Reflection helps you reconnect with your long-term goals, ensuring that you're not only making progress, but that you're progressing in the right direction. As you reflect on your current path, you can adjust your course, set new goals, and take action with renewed focus. Self-reflection ensures that your journey stays aligned with your ultimate vision and that you're always moving in the direction of your true desires. Self-reflection is a continuous, ongoing process. It's not something you do just once or twice. It's an integral part of your personal growth and success. The more you reflect, the more clarity you gain, and the more powerful your decisions become. Through self-reflection, you learn, adapt, and grow stronger, making each step of your journey more purposeful and aligned with your deeper goals. Self-reflection is the compass that guides you on your journey, helping you navigate challenges, celebrate progress, and stay true to your values and aspirations. By embracing it as a regular practice, you ensure that you are not just moving, but moving with intention toward the life you truly desire. Lesson 10: The power of taking responsibility for your life. One of the most transformative things you can do on your path to success is to take full responsibility for your life. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for things outside your control, but it does mean taking ownership of how you respond to life's challenges, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Taking responsibility empowers you to shape your future and put you in the driver's seat of your life. It shifts you from a mindset of victimhood to one of power and possibility, and it's a crucial step for achieving the success you desire. Taking responsibility begins with acknowledging your role in your life's circumstances. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others or external factors for where you are. You might blame your upbringing, your job, or the economy for your lack of progress. While external circumstances do play a role in shaping our experiences, what matters most is how you respond to them. When you take responsibility, you stop pointing fingers and start looking inward for solutions. You take control of your actions, mindset, and decisions. Instead of saying, "This happened to me," you start saying, "This is what I can do about it." The power of taking responsibility lies in the freedom it provides. Once you accept that your life is in your hands, you realize that you have the ability to change it. This mindset frees you from the prison of external circumstances. It gives you the power to make different choices, change your perspective, and take intentional action. It shifts your mindset from being a passive observer of your life to an active participant in shaping it. When you take responsibility, you realize that no matter what happens, you always have the ability to choose how to respond. This is true freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to act, and freedom to create the life you want. Taking responsibility also means owning your mistakes and failures. Often people avoid taking responsibility because they fear admitting their mistakes or acknowledging their shortcomings. But failure is an inevitable part of success, and it's through taking responsibility for our mistakes that we learn and grow. Owning your mistakes allows you to learn valuable lessons and adjust your approach moving forward. The ability to acknowledge where you went wrong without blame or self-pity is a sign of emotional maturity and a critical component of success. When you take responsibility for your failures, you free yourself from the weight of regret and move forward with clarity and purpose. A major part of taking responsibility is also taking accountability for your growth. It's easy to wait for things to change, for opportunities to come to you, or for someone to give you a break. But successful people understand that growth is a personal responsibility. You must be proactive about your own development. Whether it's through learning new skills, building better habits, or seeking out opportunities, you are the one who must make the effort. Success doesn't come from waiting for the right circumstances. It comes from taking initiative and making the most of the opportunities that are already available to you. The more you take responsibility for your growth, the more you position yourself for success. Taking responsibility also means committing to your goals, no matter how challenging they may seem. It's easy to start strong and then back out when things get tough, but true success comes from perseverance and follow-through. When you take responsibility for your goals, you make a commitment to see them through regardless of the obstacles that come your way. It means staying focused, even when the journey gets hard, and refusing to let setbacks define your progress. Taking responsibility for your goals means staying dedicated, keeping your promises to yourself, and never giving up. Another crucial element of taking responsibility is being honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. It's easy to ignore our flaws or to shy away from things we're not good at, but self-awareness is key to self-improvement. When you take responsibility, you're honest with yourself about what needs to change and what you need to work on. This allows you to improve faster because you're not hiding from your weaknesses. Instead, you confront them and take action to become better. Embracing self-awareness is essential because it empowers you to take the right actions, seek help when needed, and continuously evolve. One powerful way to take responsibility for your life is to set clear goals and take actionable steps toward them. It's not enough to simply dream or wish for success. You must take concrete steps to make those dreams a reality. When you take responsibility, you actively set goals that are aligned with your values, create a plan of action, and hold yourself accountable to it. This structure helps you focus on what truly matters and prevents distractions from derailing your progress. By taking responsibility for your goals, you transform them from abstract ideas into actionable outcomes. Taking responsibility also means taking charge of your mindset. Our thoughts and beliefs are incredibly powerful in shaping our reality. If you believe you're destined for failure or that things are always going wrong, your mindset will reflect that. However, when you take responsibility for your thoughts, you can choose to shift your mindset to one of growth, possibility, and resilience. You can choose to focus on solutions rather than problems and opportunities instead of obstacles. By taking responsibility for your mindset, you're able to create a more positive and empowered reality. Taking responsibility for your life isn't just about your actions. It's about owning your feelings, your mindset, and your reactions to life's challenges. It's about recognizing that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond. Taking responsibility is the first step in building a life that you truly want, one where you are in control, empowered, and capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The more responsibility you take for your life, the more control you gain. The more you own your decisions, actions, mistakes, and growth, the more powerful you become in shaping your future. Taking responsibility is the catalyst that transforms your dreams into reality, because once you realize that you are the one responsible for your success, you can take the steps necessary to make it happen. You are the author of your story, and by taking responsibility, you hold the pen to your future. The importance of consistency, small steps, big results. In the pursuit of any meaningful goal, consistency is the unsung hero. While talent, intelligence, and ambition are valuable, it's consistency that transforms dreams into reality. Consistency is what turns small efforts into massive results over time. It's the act of showing up day in and day out, even when motivation fades or when progress seems slow. The key to long-term success doesn't lie in bursts of intense effort. It lies in the small, consistent actions that compounded over time lead to extraordinary achievements. Consistency is the foundation of mastery. Whether you're working toward improving your health, mastering a skill, or building a business, it's the daily commitment to your goals that drives progress. At first, the results may not be immediately noticeable, and that can be frustrating. But just like planting seeds in a garden, you don't see the growth happening every day. But if you keep watering the seeds, even when you don't see immediate results, you'll eventually see them sprout into something meaningful. Consistency creates momentum that builds over time, making success inevitable. One of the main reasons that consistency is so powerful is that it helps you stay on track, even when things get difficult or the excitement wears off. At the beginning of any journey, there is a surge of motivation. You feel inspired, ready to take on the world, and you're making progress quickly. But after a while, that initial excitement starts to fade, and it's easy to lose focus or become distracted by other priorities. Consistency, however, is what keeps you moving forward even when the motivation isn't there. It's the commitment to show up every day, even when it's tough, that separates those who succeed from those who give up. The beauty of consistency is that it compounds over time. At first, the changes may be small, and you might feel like your efforts are insignificant. But over weeks, months, and even years, these small efforts add up to something much bigger. The compound effect of consistency can be seen in every area of life. Whether you're writing a book, learning a new language, exercising, or building a business, the more consistently you show up and put in the work, the closer you get to your goal. It's like a snowball effect. The more you continue to take action, the bigger and more powerful the results become. Consistency also builds resilience. There will be days when things don't go as planned. You may face setbacks, distractions, or even failures. But if you have the habit of showing up, even on the tough days, you become more resilient. Every time you continue to put in the effort, despite challenges, you strengthen your character and your ability to persevere. Resilience isn't about avoiding setbacks. It's about bouncing back from them and continuing on your path, no matter how difficult it may seem. Consistency ensures that you don't allow one bad day, week, or even month to derail your progress. Another key benefit of consistency is its ability to create good habits. When you commit to consistency, you're also committing to creating habits that support your goals. Habits are powerful because they make actions automatic. When you consistently practice a behavior, it eventually becomes ingrained into your routine, requiring less willpower or motivation. The more you practice a skill, the better you get at it, and eventually it becomes second nature. Whether it's working out every morning, reading for 30 minutes a day, or dedicating time to work on your goals, consistent actions build the habits that lead to long-term success. Consistency also keeps you accountable. It's easy to set big goals and envision your success, but without a plan to stay consistent, those goals remain just that, dreams. Having a daily or weekly plan to follow and checking in on your progress regularly ensures that you stay on track. The link between goals and achievement is accountability. It's the force that keeps you moving forward even when distractions arise or when you forget to look at the big picture. By pledging to be consistent, not only are you preparing yourself for success, but also being accountable to yourself to the promises you've made to yourself. You can track your progress and make adjustments with consistency. When you work toward a significant objective, it is simple to become discouraged if you don't see results immediately. But by committing to doing things consistently, you can regularly assess your progress and celebrate small victories along the way. Tracking your progress helps you stay motivated and provides you with the chance to make adjustments when things aren't going as planned. If something isn't working, you can tweak your approach and continue forward. The trick is to keep moving forward, even when you don't know everything. You are able to test, learn, and improve without giving up. Success is not the result of a single, massive effort. It's the product of consistent small actions over time. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. Consistently moving toward your objective is the key. The biggest breakthroughs happen when you're consistently showing up, even when the journey seems slow. It's easy to get discouraged by the lack of immediate results. But remember that progress is happening behind the scenes. Every small step is a building block that will ultimately result in something significantly greater. Consistency helps you develop a growth mindset. People who are consistent in their efforts understand that success is not about being perfect. Continuous improvement is the goal. They understand that setbacks are part of the process and each failure is a learning opportunity. Consistency breeds a growth mindset because it teaches you that progress is a journey, not an end point. It teaches you to embrace the process, learn from mistakes, and keep moving forward no matter how slow it feels. The power of consistency cannot be overstated. It's the secret ingredient that turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. Whether you're developing yourself personally, goals for your career, or starting a business, consistency is what will make success inevitable. So commit to showing up every day regardless of how small the task, and have faith that the cumulative effect of your consistent actions will lead you to greatness. Your success is based on the little things, steps you take consistently each day. And when you continue to show up regardless of what, you'll create the life you've always dreamed of. To force yourself into doing it, you must take relentless action, push through doubt, and stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stay focused, develop habits that lead to success, and embrace discomfort. Most importantly, celebrate every small victory along the way. Success is not an event, it's a process, so take that first step and keep pushing. Your goals are waiting, but they won't come to you unless you make a conscious effort to bring them about. Now get out there and make it happen.